Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe. I don't know how I haven't done this video yet. It's long overdue. I might have done it before, but I don't recall doing it. So I'm gonna do it now. I am going to be going over the world building for Project Ruby in this video. And then in a video in the future, probably soon, I'll be doing the same thing with the Dragon Keeper's Chronicles. But in this video, I'm going over the world building, the regions, like all the different tribes for Project Ruby. If you don't know, Project Ruby is my fantasy action dystopian novel about a world that's been at war for multiple years and most of the people have been wiped out. And there's this gem called the Resurrection Ruby that can bring back one person who's died, and everybody who's still alive is after it because everybody's lost someone. So yeah, that's the synopsis. I'm gonna go right into it. The land that they live in is called the land of Agrina, and it's like, it's not a planet, it's not, I wouldn't even say it's as big as like an entire country. I would say like it's a spot, and it's separated into 5 different regions or tribes as I refer to them in the book. Agrina means battle or slaughter, which is pretty fitting because their land has been in war for like 4 or 5 years. There are 5 tribes: the Kingdom, the Caverns, Chateau Village, Yumia Village, and Greyver City. So those are the 5 tribe names, and each of the tribes has like a name that they refer to them as. Like if you're from America, you're an American. So we have the Royals tribe, the Wanderers tribe, the Chateau tribe, the Yumia tribe, and the Greyver tribe. So I'm going to go kind of in a random order describing each of those. So first, I'm going to go in the Kingdom. So the Kingdom is one of the bigger tribes. It has obviously a castle. It has the king and queen and the prince, I know, but I don't know if he has older brothers, I think. So just some princes that live there. And then obviously like the Kingdom, like village and that kind of vibe. So it's really pretty there. It's probably the safest one of the tribes to be living in. And then, like I said, they're called the Royals, so anyone there is called a Royal. The next one that would make sense to go to is Chateau Village. And if you don't know, Chateau means castle in French. So it basically is Castle Village, because this isn't the actual village that's at the Kingdom, but it's like the closest village to the Kingdom that's not the village in the Kingdom, if that makes sense. So it's close to the Kingdom, far enough away to where they're different regions or tribes. So Chateau Village it's nice. It's not as nice as some of the tribes, but it's not the like worst one there. The houses are made of like bricks. There's a lot of like brick kind of looking things around there. They get a lot of their supplies from the Kingdom, and they aren't like poor per se, but like they aren't rich. Even though they're close to the Kingdom and kind of get supplies from the Kingdom, they aren't like in an alliance with the Kingdom, like, oh, we're working together. They kind of just like help each other out sometimes, I guess, but not like in the war. And they're called chateaus, so like anyone from there is called a chateau. Then the other village is called Yumia Village. It's Japanese for bow and arrow, so it's basically bow and arrow village. Also, I want to say the village meanings that are French and Japanese, that has nothing to do with anything else. I just like how it sounds. Like the people there are not French and the people there are not Japanese. I just like how it sounds, and I thought it would be cool to use. So each of the regions or tribes have a different like main weapon, and Yumia Village, their main weapon is a bow and arrow. So Yumia Village, bow and arrow village, that goes together. It's the least nicest of all of the tribes. It's kind of just some wooden houses basically, because that's all they have. Definitely the poorest. People in Yumia Village are called Yumias. The next one to talk about is Greyver City. I made up the word Greyver. I looked it up and I don't think it means anything. I don't think it's a real word. I made it up. Don't know how, but Greyver City is the most dangerous spot to be if you don't live there. And it's basically like the city, so it has like skyscrapers, buildings with like neon lights on them. There aren't any cars or anything, but it's like a city. There's not any like greenery, there's no plants or grass. There's not really any trees. It's just that kind of vibe. It's very dangerous there. Like, it's very feared because the leader there, he's the villain of the book. And also in each of the tribes, there's different rulers. So like in the kingdom, there's a king and queen. In Chateau Village, there's a chief. In Yumia Village, there's a chief. Greyvere City, there's the ruler guy, and then the other one also probably has a chief. Greyvere is very feared. It's very intimidating. Probably the biggest of all the tribes. There are the most people there, but there's probably like only 40 at most because of everybody being wiped out because of the war. And everybody who lives there is called a Greyvere. The last one is the caverns, and it's just what it sounds like, literal caverns underground. But they are ice caverns because they're in like a snowy, cold region. I got inspired from Spyro. If anybody plays the video game Spyro, you know what I'm talking about. I really like how the ice cavern world looks, so I wanted to write about one. It's kind of like a big like maze kind of thing underground, but not a literal maze. Lots of turns. It's very confusing to get to the actual village, but once you find it, it's really pretty there. And then anybody who's from the caverns, they're called wanderers, which I thought was kind of cool because they like wander around. So yeah, I'll tell you who lives in which region if you're wondering. Veda, the main character, she lives in Chateau Village. Tristan, he lives in Yumia Village. Vesper lives in the kingdom. Rebecca lives in Greyvere. And Ryder and Lark live in the caverns. I love the world so much. So I hope this video was interesting to you and kind of helped you see the world building of this world a little bit more. Let me know which tribe you would want to live in. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!